What's good, Streetscope family? Another situation is heating up in hip-hop media, this time involving Oschino and fellow Beanie Sigel. Oschino recently went public with a series of statements aimed directly at Beanie Sigel, airing out long-standing issues and frustrations that he says have been building for years. What started as reflection quickly turned into Oschino calling out what he believes are inconsistencies, unresolved tensions, and behind-the-scenes situations that fans were never supposed to hear about.
Me and Gilly cool. We good.
Okay.
We had a little situation. It ain't go how main man presenting it.
Yeah.
You know. And me and Gilly alright.
Cool.
I can say this though. A lot of people be having revisionist history. So when you want to talk about something, then do it in totality. Don't have a revisionist history. And I can say this about Gilly. Where my camera at?
Right.
Gilly ain't run. And we could have been clear that I could have been clear that people are, I just don't, me and Gilly are right. We tell you, there's a difference between real journalism and gossip. Real journalism and gossip. When you, if that's what you choose to do to make your money, man, just know that what make you laugh, make you cry.
According to Oshino, his comments weren't about clout or starting drama, but about finally speaking his truth. He suggested that certain narratives around loyalty, business, and respect within their camp weren't as solid as they appeared publicly. Oshino made it clear he felt overlooked and misrepresented, especially given the history and contributions he believes he made.
Let's just jump right into this. Today I'm scrolling on the internet, come across a podcast with Beanie Sigel on it. They asked him a question about Gilly. You know, they throw my name in there. Well, Oschino said this. You know, he danced around the question instead of saying, yo, that's what happened. He made these indirect things coming at me. First thing I thought was, how dare you, Beanie Sigel? Well, you know I'm gonna cook your toast, bro. You said, man, Gilly ain't run. Nobody ever said Gilly ran. I never once heard nobody say Gilly ran. We say he didn't do nothing back. But then you kind of insinuated like I ran from something. Let me cook your toast real fast, bro. You went on there saying, well, same thing make you laugh, make you cry and all these things talking about me, bro. Once somebody puts you to sleep on TMZ, once you get put to sleep on TMZ, I don't want to hear you talk cool. I don't want to see you on a podcast acting like you thorough, like you this, bro, you should gallete. You gallete, right? You said, well, that's how you get his money. That's how you talk about how I get my money doing content while you on a podcast that's not even your podcast, probably getting paid pennies, or if you got paid anything, right? So how dare you talk about how I get my money? I don't say nothing about you being on the food truck. Because I don't care. I don't want you to be destitute. If you like to cook, go ahead and cook. But I cook toast, bro. Now let's talk about your background and why I don't respect you. It ain't just that you got put to sleep and ain't do nothing. That's one thing, right? That's one thing, bro. Let's talk about why you went to the feds, bro. You know, you got this image like, yeah, that's Beanie Sigel. He went to the feds because he did this and this. You'll pop somebody over a stripper that stripped on 52nd and Spruce. Now, if you're not from Philadelphia, let me explain what 52nd and Spruce is. It's the ghetto. It's a bar. It's not even there no more, right? The stage is the size of a phone book, right? So any girl that's stripping there, they'll probably only get $17 that day tops. He popped somebody the highest career over there. And mind you, I talked to the bull. I can talk about this because statute of limitation is over. But don't act like you went to the feds because you was out here. I went upstate for hustling, bro. You know what I'm saying? So everything you did in your mind, I see you high nodding off. Bro, you stole our money, bro. Let's talk about even with Jen. I'm a young boy. You meet Jen, she's a kid. She's younger than me. She probably was a juvenile, bro. You meet her, mind you, she got green eyeballs, Beanie Sigel. Why would she go with you for free? You have to pay, right? You have to pay her. But the fact that you were so tender, right? You made a song about her on the Becoming. Bread and butter. About a juvenile. Remember you calling people, yo, was you driving my Bentley calling kids around? I've been lost respect for you, bro. Bro. I just don't be caring. But when you say my name, bro, you need to look in the mirror first. Let's talk about Meek Mills. Bro, you in the studio with Meek Mills. You never looked at Meek Mills when he was broke, right? But as soon as they go right and they put you to sleep, you calling the game a person from LA? Yeah, you know, Meek Mills ain't never do nothing for me.
Oh, you got every right to do whatever you want to do to me. That's your beef. I'm not calling about me. I don't care. I could, literally, I could get to I'm not making no paper with Meek. Meek ain't trying to do nothing for me. He ain't called me and asked me to do a record and all. You see how happy the was when he smiled just for those 2
You
lines.
ain't never do nothing for me, bro. You never did nothing for him either. You know what I'm saying? Bro, everything about your character, you stole the money, bro. You know what I mean? And I got one ace up my sleeve what you did to me, bro, that nobody knows about but me, you, and Wak, right? The gay stuff. Let's not even get into that yet. Let's talk about the Jadakiss diss. I never heard you once tell people to give my props. You overwrote the hottest line on here, that sun kissed like a soda and all that. You know what I mean? Me and Chris help you with the bars. Not taking away saying you can't rap, right? But you never say nothing about it because you're a hater, right? Mind you, we trying to help you make sure you win against Kiss, right? And I still say you my second best rapper from Philadelphia when you was hot. You know what I'm saying? Because I can subtract the hater, the hating sucker from the music, right? But fans can't do that. They don't know you. They judge you by how good your music is. Even though you don't even make music no more. Your voice, God took your voice because you wasn't using it right. You know what I'm saying? But bro, now let's talk about you sending me that message, and I caught you sending me the message. I got it on tape, bro. You took a screenshot of a transsexual person, bro. Bro, I wasn't even gonna say nothing about it, bro. And you can't deny it because I got you on phone talking to me about it. I'm asking you why you do that, cursing you out. You talking to me like a child. I never put it out like I ain't putting that out. I ain't even worried about that, bro. Because you know, you just a dead bug on the windshield of life to me, right? But once you say my name to try to D.E. Gilly, because they got motion, you want to ride their wave, I said, oh, he pathetic. Look at this guy. He dropped the ball bad. Look, no type of integrity. Gilly, my friend. Okay, that's it. I don't have no problem because y'all both in the same, to me, in my eyes, both the same. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta ride his wave to get an interview, but talk about me doing interviews. Bro, I know I make more money than you, Beanie Sigel, at this point in my life, for sure. You gotta wait to do a show, 8 months to do a show, here and there, whatever, bro. And if I didn't, even if I wasn't getting more money than you, bro, I got more honor than you, bro. I'm thorougher than you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that gay stuff killed me, bro, when you did that. And I got you on the phone saying you admitted to doing it and never put it out. You ain't know you was on tape, did you? I swear on my son's life, you know, I don't be making up no accusations. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe you did it. Your phone number on there, I got all the text messages and all that, bro. You were trying to tarnish my image at a time when we wasn't beefing or nothing. You just did it out the sky blue, right? The person I was with, that seen you do it, that was with me that night, said, if I didn't see you to my own eyes, I wouldn't believe you. I can't believe he did that. Why did he do that? So y'all was on tour. I wasn't even on tour. And I needed the money, right? I didn't go on tour because I said, I don't want to mess the energy up. I ain't messing with these dudes beneath telling. This boy over here, so I didn't go. You didn't know Johnny J came and brought me $25,000. I knew Johnny J before y'all even did the tour, right? So I was happy in a good place. People say, you hating. Just imagine people saying you hating when you got supposed to be a homie in your rap group making fake pages about you and you get caught and all that stuff while you're not paying them no mind. But everybody saying, is you doing this and you hating and you this and you that. I let it slide because I didn't care. I understand internet won't say what they want to say, right? But when it comes to Beanie Sigel, you have to admit, bro, that you dropped the ball bad. When you're going on a podcast talking about me, it doesn't look good because, I mean, you did put your hands on Gilly. However y'all want to talk about it, whatever, that's cool. Everybody saw it. Nobody said he ran. So when you say you didn't run, but you act like you're insinuating something about me running, bro, don't talk about nobody running from nowhere, bro, when you got in front of a sold-out concert and they do a thing. After that, I looked at you as a coward, bro. I mean, that's just, I mean, what else can I do? No, we from something. Mind you, shout to the Bays. I mess with the Bays, bro. But even the Bays look at you like a coward, bro. Man, they ain't doing nothing, bro. That's why they do that to you, bro. Then bring you on the stage after that and sons you, bro. How would I ever respect you, bro?
Beanie Sigel, a respected figure with deep roots in hip-hop, hasn't officially responded at the time of this recording. However, fans are already debating whether this should have been handled privately or whether airing things out publicly was inevitable after years of silence. Social media reactions are split right down the middle. Some people are siding with Oschino, saying it takes courage to speak up after feeling ignored. Others feel Beanie Sigel's legacy shouldn't be challenged publicly, especially when the issues are tied to personal history and internal business. This situation opens up a bigger conversation about hip-hop brotherhoods and what happens when business, ego, and communication break down. When the music fades and the cameras turn off, unresolved issues don't just disappear, they wait. At this point, these are claims and personal accounts, Not legal findings or confirmed facts. No lawsuits or official actions have been announced, and this remains a public exchange of perspectives. So now we ask you, respectfully, was Oschino right to finally air this out publicly, or should situations like this stay behind closed doors? Drop your thoughts in the comments, keep it respectful, and stay locked in with Streetscope Media for real stories, real reactions, and real conversations. We locked in.